what he rap. There's no fear in my eyes what he looking at. Better look on map. Besides, me not like the eye fight. Me not think such a thing is worth a man's life. Right. But if a man tests my style, I promise he won't like my reply. Boom, bye-bye like Boujou. I'm crucial, I'm a Brooklyn boy. I may take some.
For those who traveled near and far who came for this momentous occasion, you are the source of every good, perfect gift, God. And we say, what's this? Bless them for their love, for their patience, for their presence, and their commitment to remembering what truly matters: service, sacrifice, and community. We give you all the glory, and we ask that you continue to bless this gathering, this street, co-naming, this neighborhood with unity, hope, and purpose. And the church says, amen. Amen. All right. So we have the street naming, right? Yes, we need a drum roll, don't we? I love it. And we can say, Carol Barber.
Honored to be here with you today. And I'm the president of the Brooklyn chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And we serve all of Brooklyn. So anything that's happening historic in Brooklyn, we try to show up and be a part of it. But it warms my heart even more that my uncle, Bernal Sills, was a member of the Carter Cadets. This was before I was born, but I heard it all my life from my mom and my aunts. And Enid, it's such a small world. When she saw my mom, she said, I know her. And then when they put it all together, it was my uncle, the Carter Cadets of my family. So it was extra warm to be here with you today. And I thank you, Enid, for all your efforts, for this moment to come to fruition. So thank you and love you.
Not me. It's so many people that made this day, and it's about you. I'd like to have some reflections. Can I call Lorenzo Boston? Where is Lorenzo?
I want to thank the community board, city council, and the assembly members, and Carter Cadet alumni, and also the Carter's family, for making this much deserved event to finally take place for a well-deserved person. The Reverend Mrs. Miriam Carter, for her dedication to the community, the people, and most important to us. She continued to fortify the principles that most of our parents instilled in us. She was our second mom and mentor, both spiritually and morally. She instilled leadership abilities in us as well.
Take your time, take your time.
Because of her and the Carter Cadets' military discipline, I learned how to teach and mentor many young people from 1965 to this present time.
Yes.
I'm only one of the many people whose life she made a difference in. And also, Mrs. Carter also made us politically aware of what was happening at that time, from the 50s and the 60s. Unfortunately, before the Brooklyn Anniversary Day Parade, she passed away. She was never able to see us in field competition, in which that year we won the Liberty Circuit Championship, and also came in the top 10 in the Greater New York Circuit Championship as well. We were the second African American junior drum and bugle corps to compete in the tri-state area at that time. And last, I hope that we have continually made you proud, Mom. Rest in heavenly peace. God bless, and to all you cootie bugs.
Here we go.
And I need to say, my good friend, the Honorable Stephanie Zimmerman. And we need to give her a round of applause, please, because she is going to present the family with a proclamation. And I'm just so honored that you are here and you are still leading the community with strength, with courage, with whatever's going on. You are in it, and we are here with you, and we hope we win through this. We will win. Ashe?
Ashe.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? It is always my privilege to be here to celebrate community heroes. And the stories that you have all told about Reverend Miriam is just inspiring to all of us. We know that they are blocks and organizations that have kept Bedford Stuyvesant and Crown Heights strong throughout the years, and she is certainly one that people will remember throughout time because of today's co-naming. So for each and every one of you who have stood strong, kept her memory alive, and brought us to this day, I thank you and say Ashe. But certainly, we know that we will continue to tell the stories going forward. I brought my mom today. I'm New York State Assembly Member Stephanie Zimmerman, third generation Bed-Stuy resident, but my mother and my grandmother were the ones who blazed the trail out of Virginia and came to Brooklyn, New York, where they called home. And my mother was in the German Blue Report at PAL. And when she heard about, she knew about Miss Miriam, and when she heard about today, she wanted to come here. So 83 years strong, she's standing here with us today. If she could have found her white boots, she probably would have and showed you her white boots. Absolutely. Some great moves. So, whenever we present a proclamation, I want to let you know there's 150 members of the New York State Assembly. And we ask them all to pause in their deliberation wherever they are to give honor to anyone that we give a proclamation to. And certainly she is more than deserving of this honor. And so they are not here in body, but they are here in spirit wherever they are today to help me present this proclamation. The New York State Assembly recognizes individuals whose lives reflect extraordinary vision, leadership, and service to their communities. Whereas, and you know her bio, so I'm going to skip around, but whereas in 1949, in response to the growing needs of youth facing poverty, drugs, crime, and systemic racism, Reverend Carter founded the Carter Cadets Drum and Bugle Corps. Through music, discipline, mentorship, and unconditional love, she offered generations of youth a safe haven and the opportunities for growth. Whereas supported by friends and families and community, including her nephew, Herbie Henry Lavelle, Mr. Henry Lynch, Sr., Ruth Prescott, and Hattie Lavelle. Yes, she created a corps that not only performed at parades and civic events, but also stood for justice, marching in the 1961 March on Washington for civil rights and labor rights. Whereas even after her passing in 1963, Reverend Carter's legacy was carried forward by Carol Semper and Nathaniel Lewis Sr. and countless others who expanded the core program to including public speaking, summer camps, and community engagement. Of course, we all know that the Carter Cadets reached national acclaim when they were performing in the Education City Carson, representing Brooklyn in 1964's New York World Fair. That was a mighty good year. Not just because I was born, but because we had a World Fair there, absolutely. So the work of Reverend Carter lives on through the next generation of cadets, including the Lewis family's continued leadership in California, extending her impact to new communities. And whereas Reverend Miriam Carter's life remains a testament to faith, service, sacrifice, and the power of community, now therefore be it resolved that I, Assembly Member Stephanie Zimmerman, on behalf of the New York State Assembly and the grateful residents of the 56th Assembly District, proudly honor and celebrate Reverend Miriam Carter for her enduring contributions to Brooklyn, New York, and beyond. We give thanks for her today on the occasion of her street co-naming. And again, thank each and every one of you. To the family, you will also receive a larger proclamation from the state, but we wanted to make sure today that we had something for you to hang on your wall, so you'll have two somethings to celebrate. All right. All right. Here we go.
Thank you so very much on behalf of the family. We thank you so very much.
And you did an awesome job with those buttons as well. So let's continue the work.
I came to know Mrs. Carter as legend in 1967. I never knew at the time that she was the founder of the remarkable Carter Cadets Drum and Bugle Corps. I first saw the Carter Cadets during the annual Brooklyn Day Parade in 1965. I was impressed with the sound and military precision bearing of the Corps, as well as the blue and white gold uniform. So I began to follow the Carter Cadets wherever they appeared for practice or a drum corps event. I would later experience one magical year with my beloved corps in 1969. I would have made the drum line. However, my mom, God bless her soul, threw a monkey wrench in that endeavor. So I took a spot in the Boys Guard. I was not going to be denied marching with Carters. That was the first year of drum corps competition, opened up a whole new world for me. I got to travel on a regular basis on the weekend to cities outside of Brooklyn, New York. And on a national level, I witnessed the other corps from around the country. I owe this experience all to this remarkable woman, Miss Miriam Carter. I don't know what drum and bugle corps she saw first. Wherever the case, she believed it could be done with the young people of Bedford Stuyvesant community. In closing, this street will now bear the name of someone whose legacy will continue to inspire us for generations to come. Miss Miriam Carter was a visionary, a leader, and a beloved member of our community. Her tireless effort and unwavering dedication have shaped our city of Brooklyn, New York in countless ways. As we walk down Miriam Carter Way, let us remember the values and principles that Mrs. Carter stood for. Let us honor her beloved Bedford Stuyvesant Carter Cadets, as well as by continuing to strive for excellence, by fostering a spirit of unity, and by working together to build a brighter future for all. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this possible, especially to Veronica Johnson, who tirelessly sought me out and pulled me in. To the Carter family, city officials, community leaders, and all those who have worked tirelessly to bring this vision to fruition, thank you. Your efforts are a testament to the spirit of collaboration and the power of the community. Thank you all for being here today to share in this momentous occasion. It is an honor to stand before you and celebrate the life and legacy of this remarkable woman. May her memory continue to inspire us all. God bless Miriam Carter and the extraordinary Bedford Stuyvesant Carter Cadets. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. We have with us our president of the alumni of Carter Cadets and one of my favorite musicians. And he says you can do it till you're satisfied. So I want to ask Jamal
I was born and raised here in Brooklyn. Lived on Madison Street between Franklin and Clawson. So one day, for some reason, the Carter Cadets came marching through my block. I don't know how they ended up on Madison Street. And I had been studying music from the time I was like 7 or 8 in school. When I heard the sound of the drum corps and they were playing real music, it just caught my ear. So I followed them all the way from Madison and Franklin and Clawson. I followed them all the way here to Pacific Street. And I guess I started speaking to some of the members of the corps, John and some of the other members, Shepard. And before I knew it, I was a member of the Carter Cadets. So I just like to say that back in the day, that kept a lot of us out of trouble. Yeah. When the other kids were doing all kind of crazy stuff out in the street, we were either down in the basement practicing, or we were in the Kingston Park practicing our drill. Yes. So that kept me out of trouble, kept a lot of kids out of trouble. Later on in life, I went on to become an original member of the group BT Express, which we made Do It Till You Satisfied and a bunch of other things. So that was a step along the way, being in the Corps, and I just love Miss Carter. I mean, one night I was not someplace I wasn't supposed to be, and I came home late, and my parents wouldn't let me in. I came home about 1 o'clock in the morning. They said, go back where you were. But I couldn't go back where I was. So I came to Miss Carter. She opened the door at 1 o'clock in the morning and let me in. and I spent the night there, and then I went on home. I wasn't perfect as a kid, but I didn't get in any real trouble. So I love Ms. Carter and all the members that march with us, and just appreciate the whole experience of being in the Carter Cadets.
What a great day to be alive and witness God's vision become a reality. I'm very grateful for Enid Knight, who is not just the MC, but she organized the Carter Cadets Drum and Bugle Facebook group. And if it had not been for her, we would not be able to be united and be here today. So thanks you very much, Enid. And we thank Herschel Vaughn, who agreed to be one of the paid Facebook group administrators. I have to thank Community Board 8 for their strong support, Councilman Osei and Julia and Arlene, thank you for your support. And the family of Fritz and Miriam Carter, it is an honor to be here with you today to celebrate this occasion. I'm going to date myself now. About 65 years ago, my sister Vera and I marched with the Carter Cadets, and Miss Carter always leading the way, always at the front. She was an epitome of leadership, kindness, and love, and she will always be remembered. So, Miriam Carter, today we speak your name.
Before we do the unveiling, I want to say that there are so many Carter Cadets that are present, people from Wynn Center PAL that are present, family and friends. I want to just read something real quick on behalf of the Association of Carter Cadets. We have our Vice President in the house, Ms. Brenda Mattingly, and we need to give her a round of applause.
Yeah. All right, thank you for coming here today. Okay, thank you for coming here today. I'm here just like all the rest of you, giving praise and thanks to this here lady, strong woman, Ms. Carter, because she set my life in the right direction. From the streets to Washington, D.C., in the museum, Carter Cadets will be there permanently because of her. So I thank you, I thank her, I thank everybody, especially I thank God for you.
Can you hear me now? I hear that the mic is having a problem. I want to really give a shout out to your family. And I need you to come up and say a few words, please. We need to hear some of those things, about you and your family. Your sister is here. I mean, this is, John, where you guys at? Darren? We want
trying to get ready for everybody.
I know that's right. So we're going to make this quick. Come up and tell people who you are before we do 3, 4, 5, 6 and pull up the...
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
All right. My name's Nathaniel Lewis Jr. I'm Nat's son. Haven't been in Brooklyn in a long time. We left when we were like 10 years old, but whenever we come back, we ride through the neighborhoods and see everything. Most of you may have seen me last at the last show in '69 in a stroller. I was there with my mom, Carol, and I would be in the stroller, but drum corps got in my blood. I marched drum corps on the West Coast. I got to go out there because that's where I was living in Los Angeles. And I started a drum corps. We have a drum corps, I have a DCI group, and we're pushing it forward. And the things that I tell those guys about out there, they, Carter Cadets, they're like, what are you talking about? But I explain it to them. I have those conversations. This is what I grew up with. I showed them pictures of you guys when you guys were doing it. We actually had a conversation with DCI in, what was that, January, Barry?
Yeah.
And we told DCI about this whole thing. They were ecstatic. They pushed us in the direction to get more memorabilia and some drum corps historians and to push it through. So DCI knows. I know you never performed in DCI. You performed against some DCI groups because DCI was performed, but they know about you. I was surprised when I started talking about it to the people of, we've heard about it. So you guys did a lot, and the history still goes on, and I'm trying to do whatever I can do to keep pushing it also. in memory of all of you. So thank you. Thank you for giving.
My dedication speech? No, it's not mine. This is from the Carter Cadets alumni. And this is a dedication speech that has been written with heartfelt feeling. To the family, today we gather. Not just to name a street, a co-naming of a street, but to honor a legacy. This is more than the pavement and the signage. It is the lasting tribute to a woman whose vision soared far beyond limitations of her time. Mrs. Carter, her work in the 1940s was planting a seed, the seeds of hope, and I remember in the 1960s when opportunities for inner city children were still very scarce. But Miss Carter saw potential. While others may have seen obstacles, Mrs. Carter saw promise, and she built bridges. Mrs. Carter, she devoted her life to lifting up young people, nurturing minds, opening doors, and lighting the way towards brighter futures. Her work carved a path that generations have followed and still follow today towards possibility, dignity, and purpose. As this unveiling of this Cole Street sign is going on today, it ensures Mrs. Carter's name lives not only in our memories, but in the daily footsteps of those who she has championed. Her spirit still echoes in the laughter of children, the triumph of dreamers, the strength of communities that she's helped shape. The Carter Cadets, along with her family and friends, hold this occasion as monumental. Their love for her, this champion of a woman, of a marching and maneuvering drum corps, not a band. Yes. Yes. Is deeply cherished and forever pressed in our book of memories. Her legacy lives, not in just what she did, but in the hearts of those she's uplifted. Let this street stand as a reminder. One woman, Mrs. Carter, aimed with vision and heart to transform the world where we lived around her. So thank you guys for coming out.